Hey, everyone, just out doing some Project Panda stuff today, but I thought I'd make a bit of a different video right now. If you don't know, police recruitment is down in Australia by, I think it's like Victoria alone is they need 17,500 police. They've got signing bonuses and stuff like that in other states. If you don't know, obviously I do Project Panda and I've been a streamer for a very long time. Project Panda's only the last couple of years and I've been a streamer for 14 years, right? But with Project Panda, we work with homeless people. I speak in detention centers, high schools. I work with youth. I share my experience. There was a Vice documentary done about my life. Most of my tattoos are about being straight edge, which means that I don't drink, I don't smoke. I didn't come from addiction myself. I grew up around addiction, but I've never done drugs, never smoked in my life. The term straight edge is from the hardcore scene, not a religion. Don't have any offensive tattoos, nothing like that. Prior to streaming, I worked in security. I worked in static security, so just working at like a job site, you sit there. I worked as a bouncer for many years. I then worked in private security overseas, and I worked in armed private security overseas. I worked in psych wards as a psych ward in Canada as a guard, and I'd like to think I was pretty good. I won a big award in Canada for being a guard as well. And so I thought I'd go through the police recruitment process here in Victoria to see how bad it is in terms of like having tattoos. Now, when you apply, one of the big things is they say you cannot apply, or if you do apply, at the end of it, you cannot pick where you're going. My partner has joint custody of a child. That would have probably been an issue moving forward anyway, but I thought I would go through the process. And straight up, I got denied because of my tattoos. And so this is the conversation I want to start. Yes, I am aware that I look like a criminal. Okay, I'm aware of this. Okay, I have head and face tattoos, sure. But with recruitment being so down, okay, that they need people to be police. No one wants to do the job anymore. It is a job that doesn't pay well. You put up with a lot of crap. I come from a background of where I grew up around a lot of criminal activity. Right? I grew up in youth homes, detention centers, all those kinds of things. My parents went to jail when I was super young. My mum and stepdad went to jail when I was super young. I was in and out of the system. In my eyes, that's a prime candidate for someone that would be able to relate to a lot of the people that you deal with, right? It's the same as working in security, right? When I was in one of the jobs that I was in Canada, we had someone that was an absolute stickler for the rules. He'd come in, pen and paper, he did everything like that. And sometimes it just took me approaching the people and just being like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what can we do to help you? What can we do to move this forward without it escalating anymore, right? And I feel like that would be a huge help. And for me, I would want to work in areas like Werribee. I would want to work in the areas that are bad because I feel like I could relate more to these people. So the question is, sorry to waft on, the question is when do you think they need to get rid of these policies? Of course, if someone has offensive tattoos, of course, if someone has a past of criminal activity or something like that, absolutely, right? I know that hands and neck is a lot more allowed now, but head and face tattoos are just not allowed. Now, in the application, I didn't think that this would move forward anyway, but in the application, I did say that more than willing to wear a beanie or a hat at all times, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, when do you think that they need to get rid of this law? Because there's going to be some point where if people aren't signing up to be a police officer, they're going to be stuffed in every single state, right? So, what do you think? I think it's an interesting conversation. Bye.